Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on their fight story. We have Joe Penafiel with us. I mean, Joe, why
Yeah.
did you pick that song as your walkout?
Oh man, you know what? I wish I would have picked it I wish I would have been able to pick it for my last walkout. I love that song. I heard it like a month ago or something. Like actually right after when did I hear that? Right after I came home from the Pat Gilbride fight. I
Oh,
heard
okay.
about it. So like 7 weeks ago, like it just came out and it was hot. And I love Faruko. I love the energy. I love the vibes.
Yeah.
I'm into all types of music, but yeah, that song is fun, man. I'm into like the EDM with reggaeton, like
Yeah.
that type of like Spanish EDM electronic. It's cool, man. It's definitely 2021.
How did you get into MMA?
How did I get into MMA?
Yeah.
Probably through wrestling or whatever. Like I wrestled like like as a little kid. I pretty much wrestled, and before that, I did cross country.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah, and then at one point where like I was in college, like I think I was like 24, and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, was asking me like what I wanted to do, and I was like, I wouldn't mind trying that MMA thing out for fun.
Hmm.
And she called my old high school coach, and he said, "Let me call some guys." My old high school coach fought once or twice as a pro. And yeah, he called some guys. That guy happened to be Seth Petrozelli. He's a K1 and a Pride veteran. He's famous for fighting Kimbo Slice in the early 2000s. Uh, so yeah, and he fought in the UFC. So him and Mike Lee, they own a gym here in Orlando called the Jungle, and they were the first guys that kind of showed me what MMA was about. That was when I was 24, so it's been a while. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
How did you get your fight name?
Hmm.
Do you say both La Fiesta and the party, or you just did that
I,
just now?
no, I usually just go by the party, but yeah, man, I think I'm La Fiesta if I'm in like a Spanish speaking country.
Yeah.
I know in Portuguese is festa is like
Okay.
Festa. So I'm like I'm down for any translations of my name. Like I wish I can like next time I'm gonna plan out something cool for all the fans. That's like my biggest thing for like I want to have like cool fan interactions. Even though if they hate me, like they'll learn to like me eventually. Like I'll be like a hard pill to swallow. Like something your mom cooks that you hate to eat, but you have to eat, and then when you get older, you like it. Something like that. But yeah, the party. I don't know how I got it. Like I was thinking about it one day, or I think my friend was talking to me and they were like, "Man, what should your nickname be for fighting?" And then everyone was like, "Man, party. I like party." You're like, "You like the party?" I'm like, I mean, everyone likes the party, but they're like, "Yeah, the party." I'm like, "Fuck it, we're the party," and we went with the party. It was some dumb young guys, like young guys. I was living with a couple roommates. It was fun.
Yeah, but it fits you. It fits you because even in
Yeah,
your last show, when you walked out, you were just, entertaining and
yeah.
engaging and all that. Now,
Hmm.
I'm gonna put the clip so you can walk us through what you were thinking through
Okay,
this
okay.
play by play. Let's
Oh
see.
no. Oh my goodness. You know what? I was thinking somebody fucked up. It was somewhere around this time. Someone was talking about 30 seconds in his corner, and that made me like go faster or like push the pace. But I'm not thinking. Yeah, I'm not thinking that much either. There, I'm not thinking. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm grabbing my nuts. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know.
You're just
I
on
don't know.
autopilot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really don't know what I'm doing sometimes in there. Like, oh look, that's the pizza. I have a
The
pizza on the way
party.
here. I I had to. I told you I was running around. And I was like, let me get a pizza at least while I'm here. That'd be cool.
You got
But
pizza for the party. Nice.
yeah, no, yeah. So the fight was no, what was I thinking there? I don't know. Really, was it's hard to say. Like I said, I heard his corner say there was 30 seconds left,
Yeah.
and I knew I was like, oh, that kind of fucked them up because then it gave me the idea. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go really, really hard, and that's when I was kind of like in the issue. What's up, dude? How you doing? Yeah, dude, you're on the live. Look, you're in the live podcast, dude. What's up?
Hi, how are you?
What's up? He says, "What's up?" How much do I owe you? It's like 18.9. There, I got 25 for you. It's a deal. It's a deal. I'm gonna get yelled at by my friend on the phone. I love you, brother. You be easy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Sorry.
No,
I
you're
knew that
good.
was gonna look funny. No, but like tonight, I'm chilling. My kids aren't here. My wife is over at her mom's house for a couple. I don't know what they're doing over there. They're eating dinner or some shit. And then so, they're letting me. I'm having a cold beer. I'm having like some takeout pizza, some delivery. No, but yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I do a lot of stuff like you said on autopilot, and I think that's what makes me real dangerous. It's what I think a lot of people call the flow state of mind, or like everyone's like get to the flow state of mind. A lot of those fighters want to get there, where it's like you're not thinking and you're just
Mhm,
loose and you're just throwing whatever you see. You know what I mean? If you think it's gonna land, because his face is there or whatever, and that's what it is. And I'm thinking really fast, but I'm also moving, and I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of stuff. So, but more than anything, like at that moment, I'm kind of into like beast mode, savage mode, where
mhm,
I'm like really trying to push the pace and push the pedal to the metal. Because I guess I get that from wrestling or maybe from running, where I'm like always you know what I mean? I knew that like it was time to sprint with him. Like I was like, well, I said I'm gonna make him run. Like I'm gonna
mhm.
make him run with me right now. But that's it. Like I'm not thinking to hurt anybody or nothing crazy. But but
What was your
he's a nice guy.
what was your game plan going into this fight? Did you
My
train
game
differently?
plan. No, I didn't train differently. I only had 6 weeks to train, which sounds like a lot, but I was healing up from Pat. Pat
Yeah.
was a good fight the fight before. Mm, it was good pizza.
Well,
No,
delicious.
but thank you.
Welcome.
No, yeah, so I was healing up from Pat. So I think I trained basically a hard 4 weeks and had 1 week of chilling. Um, in the 4 weeks, I was able to train really hard, but I did different things. Like I was working a lot on my cardio for this fight.
Mhm,
I made sure I came in shape. I made sure I was ready grappling wise. I pushed myself with my teammates and the better guys in the room. I went with them like hard rounds and I sparred and I drilled, I made sure I got myself like physically tired, mentally tired, and I was also doing my nutrition the correct way. That's
mhm.
I was able to show up very healthy and very ready to fight, and I think that all helped out. So at the end of the day, that helps. I think a lot.
Was it difficult for you to make weight for this fight?
No, it wasn't difficult. It was really actually easy. It was how do I say? I weigh about 145, I think, when I'm in shape.
Mhm,
Usually, let's say like when I'm in like pretty good shape and I'm like at the gym in the consistent base, I weigh like 145 pounds. I'd say 147 if I'm like full of water and stuff.
mhm,
So I mean, it's only 10 pounds, so it's really not that much. I'm also a small guy, you know what I mean? I'm also a skinny guy, so it's not a lot of fat and a lot of stuff to take water out of. But so it does get, it gets hard somewhat, but it's really a relatively easy cut. But sometimes I cut to 125, and that's a really hard cut for me for the
mhm.
most part. That takes a little bit of extra work, but I make that safe, and I'm able to compete also.
Nice. You've been fighting with Cage Titans twice already. What makes this promotion different that you want to work with them?
Well, make You know what? The boss man, Mike Mike Poveri. He makes it really easy and really enjoyable to work with Cage
Mhm.
Titans. And I think it all starts from the top. He does everything the right way, like from the way he treats the out of towners to the way he treats his fans and how animated and how lit and how in tune people know about the fighters and people know about the guys coming in and you know what I mean. I think they do a really good job overall in promoting their area, and it gives it gives New England like a big shining light. I think
Mhm.
in the MMA circuit. So it's really cool, and I like to work with them also because the quality of opponents and the quality of the fight and it just makes it for a more fun event. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I've been fighting everywhere from the South to New Jersey and. I feel like I found a home at Cage Titans, and I'm willing to put it on the line every time. And like I said, I walk it like I talk it. It's like I'm easy, man. I'm easy to get along with, and I'm easy to hate because it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready
The
to fight. Like
love-hate
if you're,
relationship.
yeah. I think that's how it is with people. They got to get used to me, like I said. But yeah, I love it. I love Cage Titans, man. I love them. Talk to me.
Okay, so from your last two performances at Cage Titans, would you have changed anything looking back?
Hmm. You know what? I wish I would have finished Pat as well because I had him hurt in the third round, in
Mhm.
the closing of the third round. He was. I thought the ref. I kind of got confused because I thought the ref was stepping in because Pat was really hurt. And he was really hurt. So, but at the same time, I don't ever look back. I read a lot of stuff like about philosophy and like different like quotes about philosophers and different men and different like influential people. And a lot of times I always read about like never having regret, you know, like you have to there's regret, like there's some regret in victory obviously because I don't want to get touched, and that's like the idea and that's the goal, never to get hurt, never get touched, just have a beautiful, clean, somehow fight. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
punch and move your head at the right time and never get touched and take them down and tap them out. But it never happens like that. And in reality, that perfection is something like that's crazy to achieve. Everyone knows like it's hard to be like flawless every time or whatever. No human being's a machine like that. Even LeBron James has lost, you know, finals before. Same thing with Michael Jordan. A lot of people have lost many times that are great. So I don't know. I'm like I said. I think I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to do my best out there. And next time I show up at K Titans, I'm gonna do even better. Or whenever I fight anywhere, I'm gonna do my best.
Well, you keep giving it your best, so
Yeah, I
I
try.
mean, it's now we're just like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen next? You know,
Hmm.
what it, what's he gonna walk out with it?
Yeah, next time I'm gonna go a little bit more like I'm going into my pocket for my walkout and everything. I told my wife I'm like we're gonna have to get some shit cool up here. So like I said, I love Plymouth, Massachusetts,
Yeah.
the Cage Titans. Y'all make it so much fun. The media, everybody, like it's fun, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Enjoyable.
you guys work hard, you guys train hard,
Hmm.
you sacrifice so much. I don't think it's fair to just favor one over the other in the sense that, you're coming from out of state. Yes,
Yeah,
we have our hometown people, but
yeah,
we also need to give you guys a chance. Like we can't, or at least I try to separate myself from
yeah,
it
yeah,
because if not, then, it's just not fair, in my opinion.
yeah.
That's just my
No,
opinion.
I get what you mean. I get you. I mean, you try to be fair. You're like, I can't hate everybody that comes from out of town. This
No, I
Joe
mean,
guy, I only
sometimes,
hate him a little bit.
no.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So you mentioned
Hmm.
uh, in the interview
Hmm.
that for your next fight, you would like, Domenico asked you who would you like to fight next, and then you mentioned Jay Perrin,
Hmm.
and because you said you just didn't like him. What happened between you two?
No, I don't know. It's like there's nothing happened really, but. in my demented head. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
the top dog I know over there, so I'd fight him in a heartbeat. Just like just like when when I went there the first time and I talked shit and I talked shit to him and Richie. Richie was the one that stepped up the most. You know, Richie
Yeah.
needed to fight. He needed to be relevant, and he needed to. You know what I mean? He saw something in me that he thought he can capitalize on,
Mhm.
and you know what I mean. And it didn't work out. But like I said, I'd fight Jay Perrin in a heartbeat. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's got other shit going on, which is good for him. But it doesn't matter. Like if not, like I'm not attached to any of these
Yeah.
guys' names. Like I'm like that fight was great, and the fight before that was great too. And I think you guys got
Mhm.
to see a few different sides of me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I have a lot more, and I have like I know I have a lot more like performances and
Mhm.
like beautiful ones that I can give out. They don't have to be wars every time, but you know, my style. I like to put the pace on guys. Like I said, I have a cross country background in wrestling, and my goal is to break people psychologically, and then once they get in there, to break them further physically. And little by little, I try to get in their heads, and then little by little inside the cage, I inch by inch, you know, I try to break
Mhm.
them down physically. But I'm an idiot, so I don't know.
So it all started on the press day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's
What
crazy.
happened?
No, I don't think anything happened between me and him. I think he, like I said, the only thing we ever that ever happened between me and him is I was talking shit to the announcers table once I beat Pat Bride the first time I went there. That was the only thing. He beat a teammate of mine. So if that adds any flavor, he beat a teammate of mine that went up there. His name is Diego.
Okay.
Nickname is Magrino. He came up there, had a really good fight with him. They went on 3 rounds, I believe. It was a really close split decision. Right before Jay, I think, went to the contender. So
Mhm.
my so you know, I wouldn't mind avenging a friend's loss. Also, it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the best guy out there, and at least out of the little guys, like everyone has their own. I think there's so many good guys though. Like mad respect to everybody on the cards. Like
Mhm.
the guys are amazing, man. Like there's a lot of good fighters out there, and I'm just happy to be able to like share the stage. You get what I
Mhm.
mean? And like
Yeah.
and be able to be like, yo, like, oh, you know, and because they give their heart out too, like from Giannetti and the amateurs, everybody, man. I like that sugar cookie guy. He fought that Joe Rogers kid. I like them all. Like I like everybody. So I can't wait to be back there, and yeah, I just can't wait.
All right. So Mike put this post,
Oh
right?
no.
No, no, there's nothing wrong.
I'm like, oh no,
For
what he do now?
no, for the poll, Johnny
Oh yeah, okay.
Campbell, Kinmoy, and Andy. Do you have a preference? Is there somebody that
Mm-hmm.
stands out to you of this
I'm,
list?
I'm getting a lot of messages, and everything seems to be leaning. I swear, everything seems to. Everyone wants me to fight this Asian Korean guy. They say he's really good fighting style, and he's a really tough guy.
Yeah.
He's a fisherman. I see online.
Mhm.
I looked at his Instagram, and I think I'm a better fisherman than him. So if he wants to dance, he could. We can do that in September. Johnny Cupcake, I love. Like I told you, I think he's a
Yeah.
really awesome guy. Outside of the whole fighting thing. I don't know. You know, some people you just vibe with, and that'd be a weird type of fight for me to get up for. But it is what it is. And
Mhm.
then the other guy, Kim Moy, I know he hasn't fought in forever. Have a lot of respect for that guy. I know he doesn't know me besides like just like fighting for Cage Titans, but
Mhm.
I've seen him when because you know he's probably the same age as me or he's been around as long as me, and I've seen him in the amateur circuit, and I've seen him fight a couple guys that I was supposed to fight.
Mhm.
Um, and he's a tough ass guy too. So I'd fight Moy too if he wants to come out of retirement. But you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be a dickhead or anything. Like I said, I think everyone wants me to fight the Korean dude. He's
Mhm.
tough. He comes from Joe Lozon's gym. If he wants to fight, tell him let Mike know, brother. Send him a message if you want to fight. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna. I really want to come back in September. I know there's a show in November as well, but
Mhm.
I don't mind coming back and giving a show, like being like the beginning act of like the show, like the main card. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind being like the beginning fight and just like pop it off, like go crazy, have a fucking probably a war with this guy, some crazy bloody bath, but hopefully not. Maybe like some just a good fight, exciting fight with no blood. But you know what I
So
mean? I'm like,
anything
I
can
don't want to
happen.
bleed. Yeah, but yeah, I love all. I'd fight all those guys, like I said. But Johnny's a cool guy. I have so much respect for him. And then yeah, Andy seems like to be like the guy a lot of people want me to fight. I think it's cool. We have similar records. I think I got
Mhm.
just two more wins than him. Similar in age too. Um, but yeah, so if he wants to fight, I'm down to fight.
Yeah, he was actually supposed to fight on the last card with Jay Perrin,
Mm,
but he wasn't able to
mm,
fight. There was an
mm,
injury. Um,
mm,
so you're willing to come back September
mhm,
25th. You think you'll be able to make weight? I mean, your birthday's going to be the
mhm.
week before, and I'm sure you're going to be partying.
Yeah, I'm gonna make way easy. Yeah, just over time, like I don't want to say you become old, but
Please don't say
as
that.
like I'm boring. I'm boring. The party is boring, dude. Like I love to go out and eat and eat like Korean barbecue and Mexican tacos and all types of random shit. Like I'll go get
Yeah.
the lechonera if I want some Puerto Rican food, some arroz con gandules, just whatever I feel like. But a lot of time I don't. Like I'm boring. Like I'll eat a Caesar salad someplace with like salmon. I'm real boring. I'll eat a tuna salad at home with white rice because that's what I used to like to eat with my mom. It's like
Hmm.
real easy, nutritious food. But yeah, the weight thing isn't hard for me. Making 125 is more of a serious weight cut where I have to
Hmm.
be a little bit more like on a diet. Like right now, like you know what I mean. Like I wouldn't be able to eat so many pizzas and rice. But
Are you sure?
but yeah, well maybe I have, but yeah, I'd love to come back in September. But if God and the universe or whatever doesn't see it fit, we'll come back in November. So I'm gonna let Mike, the fans, and the people, the media, and everyone decide what they want to see. If they want to take a little party break, it's okay. Stay tuned. Party will be back in November. If not, I'm gonna give y'all a bigger show September. Like I said, I want to come back bigger than ever with more something more for the fans. So some more fan interaction or something.
Nice. What advice would you give the fighters?
Mm, okay. What I want to tell all the fighters to listen to your heart and listen to your heads, and don't listen to anyone that there's a lot of people that they like want to stop your dreams, or like they're like I don't know, like a lot of negativity. Humans in general, it's not anyone's fault, but we're negative. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
We always say we can't do it. So it could be your mother-in-law, it could be your stepfather, it could be your mother, and
Mother-in-law is hilarious.
they're not doing it. You know what I mean? They're not doing it. Sometimes to hurt you, but that's just the way humans are. And like we're like, hey man, that's a horrible idea, because in truth, someone trying to be a professional fighter or like a rock star,
Mhm.
musician isn't a good idea. It's like, no, this is not a safe idea. So your mother or your uncle probably wants you to be like, go to school, fuck your fighting shit, and then you go fight in the bars for money or whatever you're talking about. You get what I mean? So I think sometimes they come from a good heart, but you also got to take a step back. And I've heard a lot of people that say you have to protect your dream, like it's a baby, kind of like
Mhm.
you have to really protect it and be like, yeah, and like kind of be bulletproof. You know what I mean? Even me, I'm a 7-3 pro, and I'm like one of the most successful guys at my gym. People try to give me advice, of how to do things. and I listen to everything, but I also you have to know you have to be your own boss and you have to do the shit your
Mhm.
way. And that's what I have to tell like young fighters. You have to get the job done so though somehow. You know what I mean? And everyone has a different life and a different schedule. I don't know if you have to take care of your sick mother
Mhm.
or you have 3 kids, or you're a young guy that has nothing to do, so you can train all day. So everyone has different like circumstances, and I believe you just got to work with what you got, and you got to make it work for you. However, you can do that.
How do you balance your personal and your professional life?
Horribly. No, no, no. Um, no, not horribly, but pretty horribly. No, I'm kidding. It's really hard. You know, when you have a family, I got 2 young kids. I have a young little family, my wife. And more than anything, it's a financial burden where I'm always, hustling, trying to make ends meet, picking up odd jobs, picking up fights last minute to keep the
Mhm.
fight career even alive. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Mhm.
my back's against the wall, and I'm like, you know what? I'm taking this fucking fight. I'm like, this is gonna help me out. And even though it's a long shot, if you look back at my record, I think Andy has said it before when he was commentating for my fights. Like most of the guys I fought have like 40, tons of wins on their record. And so I have to fight really tough guys. And at the end of the day, I think it's just all about being tough mentally and going out there and getting the job done. However, no matter what adversity, but you have to prepare. If you don't prepare for victory, then you're doing yourself a disservice and you're preparing to lose. So I prepare
Mhm.
myself very hard and I get my body in shape. So that's for sure.
Yeah, and I know having the support of your wife is very crucial. I've seen her at
Yeah.
both fights right there by your side,
Yeah.
supporting you, like switching off from don't get
Yeah.
emotional, let me detach myself and just be present for you. You know what I mean? Like, and you can
Mm-hmm.
tell, like, and it takes a lot to be able to do that. Like, not get emotional, not wanting to
Yeah.
flip out at people, because when you came out the first time, not everybody knew you. And of course, they were, talking crap and this and that.
Yeah.
But your wife was, centered. She was mindful of the moment. She's like, nope, I'm here for
Yeah.
you. Because if
Yeah.
she doesn't have it
Yeah.
together, you're not going to have it together.
Yeah. And
So,
we grown together with that, dude.
mhm,
It took she's been in my corner for every single one of my fights. And people think it's crazy. And you know what's funny? It's like a lot of the Orlando guys, a lot of my teammates have done it in the past and kind of made it popular. I don't know if
mhm,
you know Mike Perry from the UFC.
mhm,
He's always got like, you know what I mean? Well, that's like he trains at the same gym as me. I've known him since he was an amateur. Another guy named Alex Nicholson used to go out there with his wife, his ex-wife, which is one of my teammates. So it's I don't know, man. Orlando guys are crazy. I think we really are a little we're different. Like we have like a little bit of Miami to us, but it's like weird. It's like we're not Miami because Miami's Miami. We're Orlando. Like we do like some like we did like someone gave us too many beers, like the party's a little bit off. Like it's definitely crazy. But my wife, she does like so much for me, like you
yeah,
said. At the end of the day, she's a rock, and
mhm,
she has so much experience now. And I still remember driving 7 hours to Mississippi for our second pro fight, fighting a guy that had 6 professional fights. I only had one professional fight, and I took the fight on like a week and a half notice, and she drove me all the way there in her new car, and it was an experience, bro. We
mhm,
won, and against like so many odds, like no coaches, no nothing, just me and
mhm.
her. And ever since that day, like I knew that I was like, oh, I got her. I'm like, she's a ride or die type of chick, and I just coach her. Like I just tell her what I want her, what I want my coach and what the strategy is, and then
Mhm,
I prep her. Might be 10 minutes, like over like dinner or lunch a couple
mhm.
times, and then I'm like, what are we gonna do? And then I ask her a couple times, and then she's like, all right, and then she starts telling me what we're gonna do, and I'm like, yep, that's what I want to do. Like this fight, the right hand was I knew was gonna be key, my right hand or my right kick. knowing
Yeah.
he was southpaw and I was gonna be able to land the right hand, maybe behind the jab when he was shooting it.
Hmm.
And so that was like little things like that. So sometimes it's smaller, but yeah, I love her. She does a really good job, and she keeps me. Um, I think it's not for everyone. A lot of people are like, we need, they need their guys or they need their dudes,
Hmm.
like their coaches. But I'm different. Obviously, I'm like. I need both. Like my wife, she can snap me in 2 seconds
Hmm.
into concentration. Like when
Hmm.
I've been tired in a fight, she's like, "Wake the fuck up! You're not tired. You train all the time. Like get your shit together." And I'm like, you know what? This bitch is right. You know what I mean? What the fuck am I crying about here? I'm like, let's go get this fucking fight. And then by then, I can receive instruction from my friends and my coaches.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I have my wife, and I'm never gonna change that.
Hmm.
We've played with the formula. Trust me.
Hmm.
Like, should I have her in there? Put her in there with this other guy? Put her in? No. Now I know my wife has to be in there, and then
Hmm.
usually my head coach Julian Williams or a friend, and then anyone else that can go in there too.
Hmm.
So I don't care.
No, yeah, no, it's
Talk to
great
me.
that she's there. It's definitely
Yes,
great.
yes. I feel good.
Yeah. No, it's a great team. You guys have a great team going.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Are there any final words that you would like to share with us before
Mm,
we conclude?
yeah. I just want to say I love being able to entertain everyone
Mhm.
when I fight, and I love being able to represent what a hardworking American dream can get you. Like I said, my parents came here. I'm a first generation immigrant, so they brought me over here in the '90s, and it's been a beautiful ride. I love the United States. I love how beautiful it is, and I love what it stands for, and the freedom. And I think sometimes we as a people or whatever as a country we get blocked in by like all this stupid shit that
Mhm.
on the TV I think and stuff. But at the end of the day, we all know we all love each other. Like I've called many people mama, from a black woman to a purple lady to a pink lady to a yellow lady. I love everybody, and I believe that at the end of the day, we're all citizens of this planet, and it doesn't matter where you're from. We're all human beings, and it's about the human race. So I love everybody. I just want to let everyone know when you see me fight, I'm usually not happy. I'm being a dickhead, but that's just part of the business. Right now, this is the real me. I love everyone. From my opponents, I have mad respect for everyone.
Mhm.
But yeah, I love everyone. I love you, and I love Cage Titans, and I love the media. Like I said, overall, I have a great time every time I'm in the New England area. So thank you so much.
We thank you. We love having you here. And we look forward to seeing you again in the cage.
All right,
Thank you.
cheers.